Danny Flexen here for SecondsOut with the latest edition of FLEXpectations, our weekly look ahead at the boxing action to come this weekend. And I'm joined by a co-host in Francis Warren this week. I'm good. Two big events happening for you this weekend, not least of which is the one that we can see advertised behind us Saturday night at York Hall, which will be on BT Sport, I believe, from 8 o'clock till midnight. Then you've got some shoulder programme taking you on a seamless journey through to the Sky Sports box office, 2 a.m. start. Tyson Fury out in Vegas against Otto Wallin, however you want to pronounce it. Guessing your dad's out there at the moment.
He is. Yeah, he flew out this morning actually. Yesterday he flew out. He's out there. He loves a bit of Vegas. I'm sure he still loves doing the travelling. But as you said, York Hall to Vegas in one night, and there's only one place to see it.
And this is, of course, a preview show, so we want to ask you about Fury before we move on to this card. What can Otto Wallin bring to the table, do you think?
Potentially a surprise. This is heavyweight boxing. Obviously, Fury's an overwhelming favourite. Rightly so. He's the number one heavyweight on the planet, and I don't think, apart from Wilder, anyone comes close to him. And even that's a gap as far as I'm concerned. But Wallin's got, like every heavyweight's got a chance. He's got a puncher's chance, and he's got that element of surprise. He's a big man. If Tyson, which I don't think he would do, but if he has taken this at all lightly, then this is professional sports. He'll be punished for it.
There have been people out there questioning whether it should be a box office event or not. Has Fury now reached the stage in his career, like Anthony Joshua, for example, where regardless of the opposition and to an extent regardless of the undercard, he is a main event pay-per-view attraction?
I mean, you just hit the nail on the head, really. I mean, he's the number one heavyweight on the planet. He's probably the most popular boxer, and if not one of the most popular sportsmen on the planet. When you do get to that stage, and it's the stage he has got to, his box office. He is a box office star. People will write off Wallin as a no-hoper, but at the end of the day, you're paying to watch Tyson Fury perform, and he's always in an entertaining fight. Always brings the goods, and he's never, there's never a dull moment with this man. He is a superstar,
and it is a more than decent undercard, to be fair as well. You've got the world title fight between Emmanuel Navarrete, who conquered Isaac Dogboe, of course, and Alorde from the Philippines. I think that will be action-packed. You've got Jose Pedraza. Back in action as well. Only lost to Lomachenko and Gervonta Davis. Against Jose Zepeda, who really comes to fight as well. So it's a really good undercard. I'd say a better undercard than the Tom Schwartz one as well. So that's a step up in one respect as well. You've obviously charged here with this show with whetting the appetite for that fight and being a good show in its own right for the BT Sports subscribers. Who should we be looking out for on the York Hall show?
Well, I think Sonny Edwards is, he's the guy that is on the tip of everyone's tongue at the moment. I think he's a guy that's he's only one or two fights away from a world title, and he's still got he's still got a bit of learning to do on the job, and I think that's what he's doing so impressively. He's not the finished article by any respect at the moment, but every fight he brings something new and he brings something different. Dropping down a weight as well this weekend, we'll see. I think a bit more power, maybe And the fact that he can drop, flip between the two weights, I think that makes him even more exciting. Potentially holding, in a year's time, potentially, challenging for two world titles at two different weights. I think Cody Davis and Zach Chelly's a cracking fight. Zach had a good win against Umar Sadiq, and at an early stage to take that fight against Umar, I think was show both guys have got big balls and they want to get.
Still only what, 21?
21. Yes, I think he's only just finished uni. Yeah. And the guy's been a full-time student as well as training his arse off, and to take that fight with Umar while he's still a student, and he's full-time in the gym. You can't be in the gym 24 hours a day, but I think most guys of 19, 20 years old would split their time between doing something at home or another leisure or a pastime. But his spare time is spent studying, it's the gym or studying. So to then go straight into another fight, another tough fight against a guy, Cody Davis. He looks like he means business. He talks like he means business, and I like what I saw in Leeds when he made his debut for us, on the undercard of Josh's fight.
Is it hard for you as a promoter when you've got these guys who you've seen coming through, you've worked with multiple times in the past, when they clash with each other, and you have to kind of not necessarily pick sides, but only one guy's going to win? It must be hard, that split loyalties feeling.
I don't think it's a case of split loyalties. I think we know that we have the, when we put two of our guys together, we know it's a quality matchup. We know it's a 50-50. And, it kind of fills you with a bit of pride for both, from our point of view, for putting the fight together and having the balls to say, right, it's not a case of, the winner goes on and the loser drops off. That's not what we do. That's not what we're about. Umar's still fighting on the undercard of this weekend, and he'll come again and he'll fight again, and we'll make sure that he gets back into a title fight and back into contention. So it's not like we just drop people off. What I like to see is our guys are willing to fight each other, and they will put it all on the line, and in order to get that little bit of fast track in their careers.
So don't miss out, Saturday night, BT Sport, and then following on to BT Sport Box Office. We'll be back on Monday with reflections, looking back on those shows, and also the Devin Haney show in New York, Monday 4:30, and the next FLEXpectations Thursday 4:30. Unfortunately not with Francis Warren next week. We can't have him every week, he's much in demand, but I appreciate your time, and we'll see you soon.
Top man. Cheers, mate.